remember that.
What's going on, guys? I'm back with a little preview for Man City Everton game. We're playing Boxing Day, day after Christmas. Of course, it's Christmas Eve right now. Not a whole lot going on for me. I'm just going to be hanging out with my family tomorrow. But I'm going to be doing a live watch along for the Everton game. I'm going to figure out how to do it. I'm using OBS, and I have a little bit of experience with OBS, but not a lot. So we'll see how it goes. See if I can even figure out how to do it. But that's my plan for right now. But let's look at Everton coming up. It's going to be early one for me, 7:30 over here in America, and no big deal. I mean, I'll get up early, set everything up, and I'm excited to see us play, even though we're struggling pretty much at everything. We can't score, we concede all over the place, but anytime there's a City game, I'm excited. So, we got the news John Stones is out. No idea how long he's going to be out, but of course he's out for an extended period of time once again. I doubt Ederson's going to be playing. It seems like he's got an injury, or maybe not. Maybe some people are saying he's just not all there right now. He's, can't stop thinking about his failed Saudi move, so he's not there. That's what it seems like to me. He hasn't had a great season, so I'm fine going with Ortega, and then of course Bob Rodri not going to be playing there. And this says Diaz is out. I don't know if that's correct or not, and I don't know about Nunez. I haven't seen anything that he was out for any amount of time. Maybe Diaz is still out. I'm not sure. But anyway, we've got Everton, like I said, coming up, and I wanted to go through a lineup here. Now, I have Diaz in my original squad that I was looking at here, but for just sake of argument, let's say he is not available. I have my other two starters. They're really the only ones that I know for sure are going to be in these spots. I feel like I don't know what's going on with who's available and who's not available. At right back, I'm gonna hope we see Rico. That's my hope. I'm not sure. It seems like Pep loves playing Walker, even though he's really struggled. I do think if we had a little bit healthier back line, we would not see as much Kyle Walker as we have this year. But I don't know. I'm not sure. And then we're gonna go with, I think Kanji should be fit and ready to go. And Gvardiol, Gvardiol doesn't get any rest. He doesn't essentially ever not play. Now, if he's going to play left back or center back, I don't know, because you could have Rico on the left and you could have Kyle Walker on the right. But let's go with... don't think Ake is ready to play either. I'm going to go with Gavardio on the left. Let's see here. And then I'm going to go with JSP at my other center back spot. I don't know that we'll see that. I don't know if he's actually a person you can put on here, which I guess you can't, but we'll just say Ake, but Ake is actually JSP. So we'll do that. That's going to be my back line. I'm pretty sure JSP is left-footed, so this is how it would look, but I don't know that for sure. Midfield, I don't know if this is the exact formation we'd be going with, but I have to assume Kevin is going to be fit and ready to go again, not playing on the weekend and not even coming off the bench. I don't know there what's going on, but this is what I'm hoping to see Kevin. Everton are going to sit back and just defend, kind of like Arsenal did when they went down to 10. So I just imagine Kev is the only one that's going to be able to unlock the defense there. On the right, I definitely want to see Savinho. I don't understand why he didn't start last game. He's the only one of our wingers that plays on the right effectively that really goes at the defense. I don't know. That's what I'm hoping for. Because you see Bernardo out there a lot of times, and it's just, I don't know. He hasn't played well on the right for about a year now. So, for me, it's Savinho, but who knows. Now, I don't know why we haven't seen Kevin and Phil in the midfield together. I think they've only started one game together this year, which is just Kev's had his injury problems, and Foden's had apparently some off the field personal matters that have kept him out of the team, and I don't know. So hopefully we get back this. This is my preferred midfield, dual attacking 8s, 10s, whatever you want to call it. And then, I mean, I guess I would go with Kova by himself. And then you can have Akanji or Rico come inside to help. And I don't really like Akanji going into the midfield, really. I'd rather Rico, but he does get bossed kind of in the midfield sometimes. He's so small. But there's not much we can do. We don't have Rodri, and there's no real guy that can sit in the 6 role by himself. So it is what it is. And I don't know. You just struggle with these formations and building the team. It's hard to know what to do exactly. Out on the left, it's really Grealish or Doku for me. Those are really the only 2 options we have. I would be maybe leaning toward Grealish just to give him some more run of games. I don't know. Doku for me, when he's on the field, we spam Doku. We just go hard to the left and ignore the right completely, and we try to get it to Doku, and Doku, you create something for us. And to me, it doesn't work super well. So I'm gonna go with Grealish. I don't know how Grealish, Kev, and Phil all starting together will really look, but maybe they can all sort of shift towards the middle, and you can have Gvardiol bombing up here because he's such a good attacking threat, even from defense. So I don't know exactly, but and striker, of course, we're gonna go Haaland. We don't have another guy that can play striker. I mean, I guess if you wanted to give him a rest, you could play Phil false 9, and then put Grealish in the midfield and go Doku left. But I think we need Haaland. He hasn't been particularly great for us lately, but I don't think it matters, really. He's the best striker in the world. You got to play him. Just got to figure out how to get him the ball. And, with Kev playing, it should be somewhat easier, even if Everton are going to sit and try to get a 0-0 and not try to attack us at all. But that's kind of how it goes, when you play teams like Everton or when you're City, a lot of these teams don't want to come out and attack us, and they sit back. And then, of course, when this year at least they've actually come out a bit and tried to attack us, and we have such a lack of athleticism in the midfield that our press is not very effective. Holland's not the best at his press, and that's what Alvarez was really good at. And one of the things I miss about Alvarez was his just the work rate was really high. Now that's the team that I'm going with. What I want. I don't know if that's what Pep's planning on. I imagine I'm way off because it seems like Pep has some serious loyalty to Bernardo Silva, and I'm sure he'll be playing, and Gundo will be playing, and Kyle Walker will be playing. But if it was me, I'd be looking at something like this. Now, my score prediction, I think it's going to be very low scoring. I could see as a 0-0, maybe a 1-0 City, or 1-1. I don't know. I'm going to go with a 1-0. We get, a couple chances early, miss them, and then, maybe just before halftime we get a 1-0, and second half is some boring football is my guess. But there's another tweet that I wanted to look at just before I wrap this up. And I don't know the source. I don't know if it's dead or if it's really good, but the guy has 1 million followers on Twitter. So, I mean, clearly he's somewhat of a good source. But I do agree with this. It's talking about bringing in 5 or 6 new starters, which I think is something that we've really lacked. We've focused, I think, on bringing in squad rotation guys like Calvin Phillips or Nunez or Kovacic or Doku. Like, for me, these are all squad guys that are not the, finished product. And hopefully when we're buying 5 or 6 new starters, that's what that means. It means players who are ready made and, and not guys that are going to be good for us in 3 seasons or in the future. I'm okay with buying guys for the future and stacking up our academy and getting the best academy we can get and whatnot, but we really need ready-made starters, and we need some of the older guys to unfortunately move on. This tweet down here from Manny J has gotten a lot of play on Twitter, people talking about it, at least from what I've seen. And I did think it was interesting. I wanted to look at it at least, and a lot of these I totally agree with and I'm cool with. I don't know that Musiala and Wirtz are realistic at all. It seems like we're going to be getting neither of them. Kolomuani, I personally is a pass for me. Bruno G, I would say yes. Zubamendi, I would say yes. Now, I don't think we need both of them probably, but Antonio Silva, really good up-and-coming center back. I don't know if he's better than what we've got now, but people seem to rate Silva. Scalvini, I think same thing, center back, but I'm not too familiar. Nico Williams would be amazing. I think he'd be really expensive. Nori would be maybe. I think he's good. I don't know if he's quite our level. And then Trent is kind of funny. He would never come, I'm sure. But I do agree with this, that the rebuild is going to be massively expensive, and we're looking 500-600 mil to get this done. And I do agree, unfortunately, with all of these except for Akanji. I would keep Akanji. And there's no way, 330 million is what you'd get for all these guys. But unfortunately, it does. For me, I don't think all of these guys bring what we need to be competing for Champions Leagues and Premier Leagues every year. They did at one point, for sure. Bernardo, legend. KDB, legend. Kova, good squad player. Keep him if you want. Gundo, you're too old. Nunez, you just were never good enough. Stones, you're made of glass. I'm sorry. Ake, same thing. You can't stay healthy. Grealish, I guess we'll see how the season finishes out, but to me seems like he's not good enough or we ruined him. I don't know, but it seems like it's just not personally working out. Kanji, again, I would keep. I think he's really, really good center back. He's a good pairing with Diaz. And then Walker, sorry, bro, too old, but legend. Nonetheless, legend, but you're just too old. That's, most of what I'm looking at here, and game's 2 days away, but tomorrow's Christmas, so probably nothing going up on the channel. But I will be back for the watch-along. I am excited for my first watch-along to see how it goes. Hopefully, I will be able to figure out the setup and get it working. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Give me some comments who you think City should be signing or what's going wrong in your eyes. And if anybody wants to come on and do do a show with me, that'd be awesome. Or I'd love to go on anybody's show and share my opinion coming from a across the seas fan living here in America. So